All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the cell membrane, and you can see the cell membrane around the very edge of the cell. The cell membrane is made up of phospholipids, where lipids are fats, and the phospholipids here have a hydrophilic head. So you can see this head right here, and hydrophilic. Let's break that word down. So hydro has to do with water, and philic means lover of, so lover of water. So these hydrophilic heads, they like being around water. But the tails here, we have two tails on each of these heads, and these tails are hydrophobic. So remember, hydro has to do with water, and phobic is the fear of. So these tails are afraid of water. They do not like being around water. And because of this, water cannot pass through this cell membrane unless it's passing through a channel. So we have this one phospholipid right here, but there's actually a whole row of phospholipids. So these hydrophilic heads, they're all together, and these hydrophobic tails. And then there's another row of phospholipids, and they're pointing in the opposite direction. So these hydrophilic tails are all going to be together. And this is the reason why water can't pass through the membrane. It's because these hydrophobic tails, these tails that don't like water, they don't let water pass through the membrane. But remember, we said water can't pass through unless it's passing through a channel. And proteins are going to make up these channels. We can have three different types of proteins in the cell membrane. We can have a protein channel, and that would let certain things pass in and out of the cell. So that might let ions pass in, might let water pass in. We can also have integral proteins, and these proteins are going to identify a cell. So other things can tell what type of cell this is. And these proteins are also called transmembrane proteins. They're going to go all the way through the cell membrane, all the way through from one side to the other. We can also have peripheral proteins, and these are not going to go all the way through. They're just going to be on one side of the protein, or one side of the cell membrane, and these have a function specific to the cell that they are a part of.